The strong tone of today's first reading from the book of the prophet Amos may startle us, for in a brief passage, the prophet Amos says this: I spurn your feasts, says the Lord. I take no pleasure in your solemnities. I will not listen to the melodies of your harp. But if you would offer me burnt offerings, then let justice surge like water, and goodness like an unfailing stream. With these words, the prophet Amos delivers a powerful message to the people of Israel, a message that certainly would have made them pause, because it seems to go against many common assumptions they held, even as Amos invites them to conversion of heart, mind, and deeds by going beyond their ways of thinking and acting. The people of Israel assumed that those opposed to God were also opposed to Israel. They assumed that God's enemies and Israel's enemies were the same. Yet Amos challenges this notion by reminding them that by their actions, they too could become enemies of God. When they offer worship with hands made unclean by oppression and injustice, their sacrifices are not acceptable to God. In fact, they offend God, who is mercy and love itself. Another way of saying this is that worship of God is acceptable to God when our praise of God overflows into works of compassion, peace, and justice. In the covenant that God made with Israel, out of love of God and love of neighbor were inextricably bound together. One could not express love of God without, at the same time, expressing love of neighbor. This is why the prophet Amos says to the people, "Seek good and not evil, that you may live. Hate evil and love good, and let justice prevail at the gate. Then it may be that the Lord, the God of hosts, will have pity on the remnant of Joseph. Then will God be pleased with the worship and praise of Israel." Have a blessed day.